Brace yourself. The Hockenheim return rumours are coming. Let's have a look at this one, guys. I'm a bit doubtful about this one kind of coming off the bat here, to be honest with you, because, you know, Germany deserves a Grand Prix in Formula 1, absolutely. Unfortunately, these days, though, they are not willing to pay for it. A sad time, really, when it comes to this with Formula 1. You know, Germany has produced Michael Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel, Nico Rosberg. Back in the day, Wolfgang von Tripp, Stefan Belloff. There's been some incredible drivers. Hell, Nico Hülkenberg. I love the Hulk. From a constructor's point of view, you got Mercedes, who won a lot back in the 50s and a lot in the 2010s as well. You know, they have a massive presence in Formula 1. Mercedes engines have been the best engines in Formula 1 for this current era. Absolutely no doubt. Maybe now, not so much. They're a little unreliable at this point. But, you know, they've had a good 10, 11 years at it, really. So, you know, they deserve their place at the top there. But let's have a look, guys, because I'd love to see Hockenheim come back. I think Nürburgring would also be a good option for Formula 1, but I feel like Hockenheim's probably better suited to the current cars, although the setting of Nürburgring being in the shadow of the green hell, as it were, I think that's a much more picturesque and epic kind of scenery, really. I'd love to go. I'd love to go to a Formula 1 race at the Nürburgring, but I don't see it happening ever again, to be honest. And Hockenheim, I'm doubtful. I'll explain why in this video, guys. Let's have a look on the F1chronicle.com as always. Formula 1 could be set for a return to Germany, with Hockenheim confirming its interest in rejoining the calendar after nearly a decade away. The circuit last hosted a Grand Prix in 2019 when Max Verstappen claimed victory in a chaotic wet race that saw Lewis Hamilton crash out from the lead. That, of course, being the race as well where Mercedes had their famous one-off livery. I think they were celebrating their 125th anniversary, something like that. And yeah, they proceeded to absolutely suck. Both Hamilton and Bottas had a very bad weekend. Of course, they absolutely walked it in the Constructors' Championship that year, but yeah, that was very much a blot on their copybook, as it were. Financial instability forced Hockenheim off the schedule, leaving Germany, home to legends such as Schumacher and Vettel, without a race despite its rich motorsport heritage. Now, with F1's popularity at an all-time high, Hockenheim has re-emerged as a candidate. F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali revealed, in 2026 Zandvoort will host its last Grand Prix, so we're discussing new additions, including alternating events. There's Portugal, Turkey, and recently Hockenheim, which has now got new ownership and has shown an interest. But there are very few available slots, so those who sit at the table need to find financial strength. It's all about the money. The circuit's fortunes, however, have been boosted by their Engadrome group, which acquired a controlling 74.99% stake. Why not just 75%? Germans, why so precise? Why not just 75? Oh, you know what? I could afford 74.99, but 75, that's a bit too steep for my liking. In all seriousness, there's probably some regulatory financial reason for it, but come on, man. That happened in August of last year, when I last spoke about this, of course, because this rumour's been going around for a long time now here. The new backers have been expected to invest in modernising facilities, though Domenicali cautioned that government support will also be vital. About 90% of the promoters receive contributions from their government or related entities. The only two, I believe, are Silverstone, which doesn't get any from the British government, and also Las Vegas, which is run by Formula 1 itself. Although, do correct me if I'm wrong on that one, that's just off the top of my head. Without that support, it's very difficult. Hockenheim managing director Jorn Teske welcomed the renewed dialogue with Formula 1, saying, quote, "There's no question that we at Hockenheimring are very keen on F1, and we're very pleased that there's obviously mutual interest. Having private investors on board will definitely give the project new momentum." Before adding, the top priority is still that a model for organising F1 is economically viable. So now the task is defining the more precise conditions and learning what Formula 1's ideas are, end quote. The German Grand Prix absence has long been lamented by traditional fans. You've heard it many times here on the channel before, guys. I'm a traditional fan. And while a return is far from guaranteed, you could say that again, Hockenheim's new ownership and F1's willingness to engage have raised hope that the sport could once again race in the heart of Germany. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Race rotation, it's possible. Race rotation with Spa-Francorchamps. It's absolutely depressing that Spa is going on race rotation, but they're not far from each other. They're next door to each other. It's possible. Obviously, Imola's rumoured to be going on race rotation, Barcelona eventually. The Netherlands has been rumoured, but I don't think they will. Turkey has been rumoured, like that said. but I don't think they will. Turkey's got too many problems right now to be financing F1. It's too expensive, surely. Portugal's a possibility as well. They want to come back on race rotation, so it is possible. I don't see them coming back every year. It's too much. Hockenheim used to have a race rotation back in the day. They used to alternate the German Grand Prix with Nürburgring. So even back in the day, they used to rotate it as well for a long time. Then it became the German Grand Prix every year from 2014 to 2019. And then they ran out of money. It absolutely drained them dry. And one of the reasons why is because it really struggled for attendance, because at that time, Vettel wasn't winning championships. He was challenging, but he wasn't winning championships. And I always remember hearing, and again, I'm sure there will be someone in the comments that say, you can't say that about them, that's rude. But I always remember hearing that German fans were very, very fickle when it came to this sort of thing. You know, they only came to Hockenheim because Schumacher was winning all the time. And even Nico Rosberg, most Germans don't consider him German. Most Germans consider him either Finnish or European. You know, he's not a true German in their eyes. So a lot of their fans didn't really take to him that much, even when he was challenging for a championship in 2016. I distinctly remember a lot of empty grandstands at Hockenheim, and I think that's what killed them, to be honest. But in this day and age, even if the Germans don't want to go, the Europeans will. People from all over the place will sell that place out. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. F1 sells out everywhere they go. That's what Formula 1 is right now. But yeah, your thoughts in the comments below on this, guys. Would you like to see a German Grand Prix revival? I want to hear what you have to say on this, as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, guys, have a fantastic day wherever you're on the world today, and we'll see you very soon.